At 11:38 on a Thursday night, Kara changed her Instagram username for 7 minutes. Not her bio, not a caption, her actual username. It went from Kara.Miles to Kara.AfterSeattle, because Seattle was where her fiancé had proposed, and also where the fight started. She changed it back at 11:45 because the second she saw it on her own profile, she felt ridiculous. Too dramatic, too public, too obvious. But the next morning, Ethan's ex posted one sentence on Instagram. After Seattle, people always tell on themselves. That was when Kara stopped asking, "Am I being crazy?" She started asking something much more specific. Who saw my Instagram profile during those 7 minutes? And to be clear, this is not a story where one profile visit solves everything. One visit can be nothing. One view can be habit. One strange post can be coincidence. But repeated Instagram profile visit times around very specific changes, that is a different kind of pattern. Kara and Ethan had been engaged for 4 months. From the outside, they looked fine. Ring photos, apartment tours, small wedding updates, the usual soft version of happiness people post when they want everyone to know things are stable. But privately, they kept having the same fight. Ethan was still friendly with Becca, not openly inappropriate. That was the hard part. There was no obvious message Kara could point to, no confession, no late-night heart emoji, no screenshot that ended the argument in one clean second. Just little things. Becca liking Ethan's sister's posts within minutes. Becca somehow knowing when Ethan was out of town. Becca posting vague quotes right after Kara and Ethan argued. And every time Kara brought it up, Ethan said the same thing. "You're connecting things that aren't connected." That sentence will make a person feel insane if they hear it enough. The Seattle fight started because Ethan canceled a wedding planning call for the 3rd time that week. Kara had already picked up dinner. Her laptop was open. The venue spreadsheet was on the screen. At 10:56 p.m., Ethan texted, "Can we move this? I'm wiped." Kara stared at it for a long time. She was not angry because he was tired. She was angry because every hard conversation somehow became a timing issue. Later, when she opened Instagram, she did the thing people do when they want to say something without saying it. She changed her username. Kara.AfterSeattle. 7 minutes. Then she panicked and changed it back. No story, no announcement, no post. Just a public profile detail. Live for less time than it takes to make coffee. The next morning, Becca's post was sitting near the top of Kara's feed. White background, black text. After Seattle, people always tell on themselves. Kara's stomach did that quiet drop where you already know the argument will sound stupid if you say it out loud. So she asked Ethan anyway. "Did you tell Becca about Seattle?" He answered fast. "No, why would I?" She sent the screenshot. He said, "Kara, Seattle is a city. You're reaching." That almost worked. Because yes, Seattle is a city. People can post about Seattle. People can say vague things. The internet is built on vague things that sound personal to whoever is already anxious. So Kara tried to drop it. But that night, her friend Maya came over and asked one question that changed the whole shape of it. Was the username change the only weird timing? Kara said yes at first. Then she opened her camera roll. There was the ring resizing story from Monday. Ethan had said he forgot to ask how it went. Becca posted a ring quote 30 minutes later. There was the apartment story from Tuesday. Kara showed a corner of the new dining table. Becca posted about building a home on borrowed furniture. There was the username thing on Thursday. None of it proved anything alone. But Maya was not asking for proof. She was asking for a timeline. That is where Kara used Synapse AI. Not to magically reveal a name. That is not how you should think about this. The useful part was simpler and less dramatic. It helped her look at Instagram profile visit times, repeat visit windows, and what changed right before attention showed up. The first thing she noticed was not Becca. It was 11:40 p.m. During the 7-minute username window, there was a profile visit cluster at 11:40 and 11:43. Again, that did not mean Ethan did it. It did not mean Becca did it. It meant someone was on her profile while the username was live. Then she checked Monday. The ring resizing story went up at 8:03 p.m. Kara did not tag Ethan. She did not tag the jeweler. She just posted her hand on the counter with the caption, "Finally fits." The profile visit window started at 8:12. Becca posted the ring quote at 8:31. Then Tuesday, apartment story at 7:58. Profile visits around 8:16. Becca's borrowed furniture post at 8:29. Kara sat on the floor with Maya and said the thing she had been scared to say. "It feels like she sees me faster than he does." That was the part that hurt. Not that Becca might be looking. People look. Exes look. New partners look. Friends of friends look. What hurt was that Ethan kept acting like Kara was inventing the entire atmosphere around their relationship. So Maya told her to do one more thing, but carefully. Make one harmless public change. Nothing cruel, nothing baiting, just something only a person on your profile would notice. Kara hated that advice and followed it anyway. The next evening, she changed her profile photo crop. Same photo, same face, same lighting. The only difference was that the engagement ring was no longer visible at the bottom edge. She left it like that for 9 minutes. At 9:06, the visit started. At 9:14, she changed it back. At 9:32, Becca posted, "Funny what people hide when the ring feels heavy." This time, Kara did not text Ethan a screenshot first. She wrote the timeline in her notes app. Monday, ring story, visit window, Becca ring quote. Tuesday, apartment story, visit window, Becca furniture quote. Thursday, username change, visit window, Becca Seattle quote. Friday, profile photo crop, visit window, Becca ring quote. Then she put her phone down for 10 minutes, because when you are angry, every sentence feels like evidence, and half of them are just pain wearing a suit. When Ethan came over, she did not ask, "Is Becca stalking me?" That would have given him the easy answer. No. She asked, "Why does your ex keep reacting to things I barely leave public?" Ethan looked annoyed first, then tired, then caught. He said he had not sent Becca screenshots. He said he had not told her to watch Kara. He said he had not meant to make anything weird. But then he admitted the part that mattered. He had been talking to Becca after fights. Not every day, not romantically according to him, just when things with Kara felt heavy. He said Becca understood the history. He said it was easier because Becca already knew him. Kara laughed once, not because it was funny, because that was worse than the version she had been afraid of. The issue was not whether Becca personally saw the username at 11:40. The issue was that Ethan had built a side door into their relationship and then acted confused when cold air came through it. That is why the Instagram pattern mattered. It did not hand Kara a courtroom verdict. It did not tell her exactly who viewed her profile. It did not prove love, obsession, cheating, or intent. It gave her a map. And sometimes a map is enough to stop standing in the same fog while someone tells you there is no weather. Kara did not end the engagement that night. That would make a cleaner story, but real life is rarely that polite. She took the ring off for 2 days. She asked for one rule: no private emotional processing with an ex about their relationship. If he needed someone neutral, he could call a friend who had never been in love with him. Ethan agreed. Becca went quiet for 9 days. Then Kara posted a normal story from a coffee shop. No ring, no hidden message, no test. There was a visit window around 10:18. For the first time, Kara did not check Becca's page afterward. That was the real ending. Not certainty, control. Because the point of looking at Instagram profile visit patterns is not to turn yourself into a detective forever. It is to separate a single anxious guess from a repeated public pattern so you can ask a cleaner question in real life. One view can mean nothing. One vague post can mean nothing. But when the visit time, the public change, and the reaction keep lining up, you are allowed to stop calling yourself dramatic. You still need honesty from the person in front of you, but at least you are no longer arguing with smoke.